Why was that? Ibrahim Alhamdulillah, we are in Masjid Ibrahim al-Khalil alayhi salam. Now, Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam is called Abul Anbiya, the father of the prophets. And he was maybe 4,000 years, 5,000 years before us. From us to the Messenger of service, 1,400 years. And then to Isa alayhi salam, 600 years. And before to Musa alayhi salam, 1,000 or 1,500 years. And before him, Ibrahim alayhi salam, maybe another 1,000. And before him, Nuh alayhi salam, maybe another 2,000. And Adam alayhi salam, 2,000. So the dunya is roughly 8,000, 9,000 years old from Adam alayhi salam till now. So Ibrahim alayhi salam was born and bred in Iraq, in a place called Babil. And the ruler at that time was Namrud. मैं थोड़ी देर आगे जा जाऊँ, वो इंडोनेशियन को परेशान कर. And Namrud used to call himself God, and he had rule over the whole inhabited world. Wherever people were living at that time, Namrud ruled. This is why he is called as one of the 4 kings who ruled over the whole inhabited world. 2 were Muslims, 2 were Kafirs. Namrud and Muqtadsar, they were Kafirs and they ruled over all India. And Sultan alayhi salam and Zulqarnain, they ruled over the whole world and they were both Muslims. So Ibrahim alayhi salam was born there, and his father had died. His uncle Azar, Raja Kali was his uncle Azar. He used to make items, craft, sell them. That was his business. Now he was taking care of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Quran said, وَإِذْ قَالَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ لِأَبِيهِ آزَرَ تَتَّخِذُ أَصْنَامًا آلِهَةً إِنِّي أَرَاكَ وَقَوْمَكَ فِي ضَلَالٍ مُبِينٍ. Now, one call is that Azar was his father, another call is he was his uncle. But when his father died, Azar married his mother, so he was like father to him. His real father did not commit shirk. His real father did not make whatever the case. As Ibrahim Islam grows up, he has debate, he sees things, he is a very intelligent person. We read in his biography where Allah said, وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَا إِبْرَاهِيمَ رُشْدَهُ مِنْ قَبْلُ وَكُنَّا بِهِ عَالِمِينَ. We gave Ibrahim his rushd and intelligence, understanding and guidance very early in his age. It is said there that once Ibrahim alayhi salam's mother took him to the palace of Namrud when everybody was going visiting. Ibrahim alayhi salam was a young boy, so he asked his mother, "Mother, who is that?" And he said, "He is God. People worship him." And who are those around him? Those are his attendants, and he rules over them. He takes care of them. And some riwayat say he created them. He is God. So Ibrahim alayhi salam said, then why is he so ugly and they are so good looking nice? And his mother said, so this showed Ibrahim alayhi salam's wisdom, understanding, very wise kid. As he's growing up, he uses his brain. As he grows up, and he is in that environment of idol worship, and he tackles the idol worship. And when Allah gives him nubuwwat, blesses him with prophethood, then Ibrahim alayhi salam starts giving da'wah, why give up this idol worship? And he has dialogue with his home which is mentioned in Surah Al-Anbiya. He said to them, why do you worship these idols? They don't even talk, they don't speak, they can't say a word, they don't do anything for you. They're made from stone, you carve them and then you worship them. They said, well, our fathers used to worship them, so we will continue to worship them. And they wouldn't understand. So, Sayyidina Ibrahim salam, threatened them. وَتَاللَّهِ لَأَكِيدَنَّ أَصْنَامَكُمْ بَعْدَ أَنْ تُوَلُّوا مُدْبِرِينَ. I'm going to do something about it. So, on their Eid day, festival day, they were all out of the city. They told Ibrahim salam to go there. But Ibrahim salam said, "Inni saqim." I'm not well. I don't want to go. And they left. So he took his axe and he went into the Butkhana and he broke all the idol and left the big idol and hung the axe in his neck. Now, when they came back and they went to their Butkhana to worship, because it was festival day, they were shocked. Who did this? It must be Ibrahim, because he was saying, I'm going to do something about it. So they called Ibrahim. Ibrahim, did you do this? The axe in the neck of the big one, he must have done it. Ask him. And they said, but you know that they don't speak. So why do you worship them if you don't speak? Now, they had no choice. They had no hujjah, no dalil, no evidence. So when a person, has no evidence, what does he do? He attacks. So he said, you have to kill him. So then, a big fire and throw Ibrahim in there. But Ibrahim is protected. He took his clothes off, and tied him with ropes, and the fire was so big that they were unable to throw him in there, so they make a catapult. And they sit him in there and throw the catapult to throw him in the fire. But Ibrahim Jibreel comes. Ibrahim can I help you? No. Whose help I need is watching you. That's enough for me. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's order came to the fire before anybody could. قُلْنَا يَا نَارُ كُونِي بَرْدًا وَسَلَامًا عَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ. O fire, be cool and peace on Ibrahim. So the fire was burning the ropes that were on the body of Ibrahim salam, but it did not touch his skin. And Ibrahim salam was sitting lying in a garden. Allah sent him food from Jannah, eating the food of Jannah while sitting in the fire. And some riwayat say he stayed in the fire for 40 days. Where Tabligh Jamaat get their chilla from. Ibrahim salam gave chilla there. And Ibrahim salam used to say that those days were the best days of my life. I enjoyed it. People could see him that he's sitting inside and he's eating the food. Allah sent him clothes from Jannah. Put them on. Then he came out. People, in spite of witnessing this mu'jiza, did not believe. Because stubborn people don't want to believe. No matter what mu'jiza it is. So Ibrahim comes out. And people, were stubborn as they were. Now what happens is Ibrahim has some more dialogue with Namrud. Namrud calls him over. And he says, who is your Rabb? Ibrahim says, Rabbi alladhi yuhyi wa yumeet. My Rabb is the one who gives life and who gives death. And he said, Ana wahi yuhyi. And he called two prisoners, let one go and killed one. He said, look, I gave life and I gave death. Ibrahim knew his. So Ibrahim said, okay then. Allah فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْتِي بِالشَّمْسِ مِنَ الْمَشْرِقِ فَأْتِ بِهَا مِنَ الْمَغْرِبِ. Allah brings the sun from the east, you bring it from the west. He couldn't say anything. فَبُهِتَ الَّذِي كَفَرَ. He was flabbergasted and speechless. وَاللَّهُ لَا يَهْدِي الْقَوْمَ الظَّالِمِينَ. He had taken away from him. Now his father said, Ibrahim, give up all this you're doing, otherwise I'm going to stone you to death. لَإِن لَمْ تَنْتَهِ لَأَرْجُمَنَّكَ وَهْجُرْنِي مَلِيًّا. His dialogue is mentioned in Surah Maryam. وَاذْكُرْ فِي الْكِتَابِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ إِنَّهُ كَانَ صِدِّيقًا نَبِيًّا إِذْ قَالَ لِأَبِيهِ يَا أَبَتِ لِمَ تَعْبُدُ مَا لَا يَسْمَعُ وَلَا يُبْصِرُ وَلَا يُغْنِي عَنْكَ شَيْئًا يَا أَبَتِ إِنِّي قَدْ جَاءَنِي مِنَ الْعِلْمِ مَا لَمْ يَأْتِكَ فَاتَّبِعْنِي أَهْدِكَ صِرَاطًا سَوِيًّا يَا أَبَتِ لَا تَعْبُدِ الشَّيْطَانَ إِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ كَانَ لِلرَّحْمَنِ عَصِيًّا يَا أَبَتِ إِنِّي أَخَافُ أَن يَمَسَّكَ عَذَابٌ مِنَ الرَّحْمَنِ فَتَكُونَ لِلشَّيْطَانِ وَلِيًّا. قال راغب أنت عن آلهتي يا إبراهيم لئن لم تنته لأرجمنك واهجرني مليا. I'm going to stone you to death. Go away from here. And Ibrahim alayhi salam said, okay, salamun alaykum. سأستغفر لك ربي إنه كان بي حفيظا وأعتزلكم I'm going. And he left with his wife Sarah alayhi salam and with his nephew Lut alayhi salam. The three left. And they traveled from Canaan, Iraq, Babylon. And they moved from Babylon, they went down, up, and then they went on the road to Egypt. From Egypt, some incident happened there where the ruler tried to rape Sarah alayhi salam. So Allah protected Sarah alayhi salam. And the ruler gave Sarah alayhi salam Hajra alayhi salam as a gift to Jacob. मुझ पर जादू वादू कर दिया है, जादू उतारने के लिए हदिया दे दी हाजरा अलैहि सलाम. Sarah alayhi salam brought Hajra, was young girl, she was khadima, attendant, and gifted her to Ibrahim alayhi salam. Ibrahim alayhi salam freed her and married her, took her on as his wife. Now he has two wives. And he comes from there, from Egypt to over here, Pakistan. And he settles here. And he left his family, everything for the sake of Allah. Now Allah rewards him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rewards him with lots of wealth and children, his own family. He has his first son from Hajar alayhi salam, Ismail. Now, Sarah alayhi salam was jealous. He would take his that zindagi, meri yahan aulad nahi hai, is ko aulad ho gayi. How come Hajra got pregnant and she gave him child? I want to do something. मैं कुछ करूँगी इसका. इब्राहिम alayhi salam को पता चल गया. अल्लाह पाक ने कहा इब्राहिम alayhi salam को कि हाजरा और इस्माइल को यहाँ से ले जाओ, मक्का छोड़ो. तो इब्राहिम alayhi salam यहाँ से उनको लेकर, सारा alayhi salam यहीं है और दूसरा फैमिली मेंबर कोई साथ थे, वो हाजरा alayhi salam को लेकर चले गए, वहाँ से छोड़कर आ गए. कैसे गए, कैसे आए? बाद रिवायत में कि you know the Buraq on which Huzur came to Mi'raj, Ibrahim alayhi salam rode on the Buraq as well. And many times Ibrahim alayhi salam wanted to visit his family, so in the morning he would ride on Buraq, get to Makkah, in the evening would be back. So Ibrahim alayhi salam took them there, left them. Allah Pak looked after Ismail alayhi salam as he grew up. Allah Pak made Ka'batullah Sharif through him over there. Now, over here, about 12, 13 years old, years pass, Sarah alayhi salam still doesn't have a child. Now, there, Ibrahim alayhi salam has grown up. Allah Pak says to Ibrahim alayhi salam when he was there once, Zabah karo apne bete. Ibrahim alayhi salam said, no problem, as you see. Ibrahim alayhi salam said, Inni ara fil manami anni yazba'u fanzur maza tara. I saw this dream 3 times consecutively, continuously. What is your opinion? قال يا أبت افعل ما تؤمر ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصابرين. Bismillah, I am ready. Inshallah, I will do sabr. So he takes him to Mina and he rubs the knife on the neck with the right knife. Allah told the knife not to cut. And his neck became like metal, and metal doesn't cut metal. So he couldn't cut. And Allah said, Ibrahim, قد صدقت الرؤيا إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين إن هذا له البلاء المبين وفديناه بذبح عظيم. Allah sent a huge, massive ram with big horns. Allah said, slaughter that ram, take it and eat and feed your family and feed the people of Makkah with the meat. So Ismail, Zabihullah, he was the one and only at that time. When Ismail comes back from there, then Allah Pak gives Ibrahim Islam, Allah gives him another son, Ishaq alayhi salam. So this is the story of Sayyidina Ibrahim. Now we are sitting in this masjid of Masjid Ibrahim al-Khalil. There is the qabr of our respected Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam. And here is the qabr of his son, Sayyidina Ishaq alayhi salam. And on that side is the qabr of Ishaq alayhi salam's wife, Rufqa alayhi salam. And over there on the other side, Ibrahim alayhi salam, is the qabr of Ibrahim alayhi salam's wife, Sarah alayhi salam, the mother of Ishaq. Because Ishaq was born from Sarah. Sarah alayhi salam is the mother of Ishaq alayhi salam. And from Ishaq alayhi salam came the other. Ishaq alayhi salam was a great prophet of Allah, great son as well, great prophet. Once Ishaq alayhi salam is Yaqub. Yaqub alayhi salam is Yusuf. Nabi Pak sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, was asked, who is the most noble person? And he replied, Yusuf, Nabiullah, Ibn Yaqub, Nabiullah, Ibn Ishaq Nabiullah, Ibn Ibrahim Khalilullah. There's no one in the world who himself is a prophet, his father is a prophet, grandfather is a prophet, great-grandfather is a prophet. He's the most noble. He said, no, this is not what we are asking. And hadith goes on. Barhal, these are Anbiya Kiram. Most likely these are the praise. There is a possibility they might be outside, most likely they are. So there is Ibrahim alayhi salam. We will go and do salam to Ibrahim alayhi salam. You have to remember we read Durood Ibrahimi in namaz. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim. We used to read Durood now from distance. Now we read from here. Okay? Stand up, go there, pay your respect, do salam, and then we will go.
السلام عليكم سيدنا إبراهيم ورحمة الله ورحمة الله وبركاته. آمين.
सबकी खबर मुबारक पर अपनी खास रहमतें दरूद और सलाम और बरकतें नाजिल फरमाइए।
आमीन आमीन।
आपको हम सब की तरफ से जज़ाए खैर अता फरमाए। और हज़रत इब्राहीम अलैहिस्सलाम के इस रोज़े शरीफ़ा पर, इसहाक़ अलैहिस्सलाम पर, साला अलैहिस्सलाम पर, तमाम अंबिया किराम अलैहिस्सलाम पर ना खुसूसी दरूद और सलाम और रहमत और बरकत नाजिल फरमाए।
आमीन।
अस्सलामु अलैकुम व अला इबादिल्लाहि स्सालिहीन व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। अल्लाह पाक से अस्सलाम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू अलैकुम अहलल बैत ज़ुहूर मजीद। मैं अंदर आ जाओ, stand near the road, let the ladies come, move inside, come inside. Raheem, come inside, don't stand there. अंदर से आ जाओ, अंदर से आ जाओ। कुरान शरीफ पढ़ो, थोड़ा इशारे सवाब कर दो, दुआ भी मांग लो। अल्लाह इब्राहीम अलैहिस्सलाम की बरकत से हमारी दुआ कबूल फरमाए। अल्लाह ने जैसे हमारा सफ़र आसान किया, आगे भी अल्लाह हमारा सफ़र आसान फरमाए।